Welcome to your Health Facts. Today, we're going to be talking about vitamin D and the amazing things it can do for your health in just 2 weeks. Everyone knows that vitamin D is good for your bones, but it actually does so much more than that.
That's right. Every cell in your body has a receptor for vitamin D. That kind of tells you how important it is. But a lot of people don't have enough of it. In fact, like 42% of people are deficient, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. And vitamin D is actually the only vitamin that our bodies can produce on their own, from sunlight. But a lot of us aren't getting enough sun these days. So that's why it can be so helpful to take what we call a therapeutic dose, like 10,000 to 30,000 IUs every day for 14 days. It can really make a difference.
Yeah, and one of the first things you might notice is that you have less pain. Like a lot of pain and stiffness is caused by inflammation, and vitamin D can really help reduce that,
Mm.
especially in your joints and spine.
Yeah, for sure. And another thing is that vitamin D can actually boost your immune system. It helps your body fight off all those nasty bugs like viruses and bacteria, so you're less likely to get sick.
I didn't realize that. That's really interesting. And what about mental health? I've heard that vitamin D can help with that too.
Absolutely. There's a pretty strong link between not having enough vitamin D and feeling depressed. So if you increase your levels, you might notice that your mood improves. And vitamin D can also help with things like memory and focus. There's some evidence that it might even help protect against Alzheimer's and dementia.
Wow. So it really does affect pretty much everything.
It really does. And another thing that it can help with is sleep. When you have enough vitamin D, you tend to sleep better. And that's really important because when you sleep well, your body can repair itself and reduce inflammation.
So what's the best way to make sure you're getting enough vitamin D?
Well, spending time in the sun is great, but a lot of people can't do that enough. So supplements are a good option. And when you're choosing a supplement, it's important to go with vitamin D3 combined with vitamin K2.
D3 and K2. What's the difference?
Well, D3 is like the active form of vitamin D. It's the one that your body can use most easily. And K2, it helps make sure that the calcium you get from vitamin D goes to your bones where it's supposed to go instead of building up in your arteries or other places where it could cause problems.
Did that make sense? So it's like teamwork. They work together to get the calcium where it needs to be.
Exactly. It's like a dynamic duo. And, another really important thing that vitamin D helps with is your heart. It can actually improve your cardiovascular health.
Really? How does it do that?
Well, it can help balance your cholesterol levels, which is super important. And it also helps reduce inflammation in your arteries, which can help prevent strokes and heart attacks.
So it's kind of like a silent protector for your heart.
Yeah, exactly. And, it might not be something you can see or feel right away, but you can actually measure the improvements through blood tests. So you can see that it's really making a difference.
That's amazing. And I've heard that vitamin D can even help people with autoimmune conditions.
Yeah, there's actually been some really promising research on that. It seems like vitamin D can help to kind of modulate the immune system in a way that can be beneficial for people with autoimmune diseases.
That's incredible. So it's not just about preventing diseases, but it can actually help people who are already dealing with chronic illnesses.
Exactly. And, it's giving people hope who maybe thought that their conditions were just something they had to live with. But now there's this potential for vitamin D to actually make a real difference in their lives.
So we've talked about bones, immunity, mental health, sleep, heart health, and even autoimmune diseases. Is there anything else that vitamin D can help with?
It seems like we're discovering new benefits of vitamin D all the time. But one thing we know for sure is that it plays a huge role in muscle health. It helps your muscles get stronger and function better.
So it's not just about feeling good, but it's about having the energy and strength to actually live your life to the fullest.
Absolutely. And, when you think about all the things that vitamin D does, it really makes you realize how essential it is for overall health and well-being.
So it sounds like getting enough vitamin D is really one of the most important things we can do for our health.
It really is. It's like a foundational piece of the puzzle.
It is. And you know what's amazing to me is that something as simple as a vitamin can have such a huge impact.
I know, right? It's pretty incredible. And it's something that we have a lot of control over. We can make the choice to get enough vitamin D, whether it's through sunshine, diet, or supplements.
That's a good point. It's empowering to know that we have the power to take our health into our own hands.
Exactly. And, if you're feeling overwhelmed or you're not sure where to start, there's a ton of information available online. You can check out yourhealthfacts.com for more resources and guidance.
That's a great resource. Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground today. Thanks so much for sharing your expertise with us.
It was my pleasure. I always love talking about vitamin D.
And thanks to all of you for listening. We hope you learned something new today about the power of vitamin D. Until next time, stay healthy.